everybody, welcome to the Comic Gear Movie Show. My name's Deshaun, and today I am here to talk about a concern. Now, I know on my channel I have been extremely positive about Marvel, the MCU, and their overall plan, and Kevin Feige. I swear to God, that man is a genius to me. I really value Kevin Feige. I think he's one of the most incredible men in Hollywood right now. I love what he's doing. But if I have a concern, so to speak, everyone else talks about stupid ass concerns. Like, why won't they make rated R stuff? Or, well, they can't just do this, or they can't just do that, or why won't they do that? Like, everyone else has stupid ass concerns. But the concern that I have is perhaps with all this news, the Electro stuff, all these rumors about all these multiple characters that are supposed to be in Dr. Strange and Multiverse and Madness. There's a rumor that they were trying to get Tom Cruise to come back and play an alternate version of Tony Stark. There are rumors about them trying to get Tobey Maguire and them back. And now all this Jamie Foxx Electro stuff about them doing something else as well. There's all of these rumors about them doing this massive multiverse thing with Kang and stuff. And I will say, wow, a lot of this is awesome. And I have faith that the MCU knows what they're doing. My concern may be that they're doing this too fast. That there's so much coming out so fast. Now, there is a part of me, I'm of two mindsets on this. There is a part of me that thinks because of COVID, because of the Rona, and all of the things going on in the world, and Hollywood not being able to move forward, it's sort of slowed, like, it kind of slowed, like, we weren't supposed to be able to get all of this information right now. Like, there's certain information that we weren't supposed to be able to get, because I just feel like that scoopers and people who work at Hollywood Reporter and stuff, and, you know, like Jeremy Conrad and shit like that, like scoopers, like, there's not as much actually coming out to talk about, to get attention. So the focus goes on finding stuff to talk about. So I feel like there's more of an investment for scoopers and whatnot to find information, and that we're getting a lot more information than we should have, and that some of it isn't as connected. Like, for instance, I don't think that all of that stuff is going to happen in Doctor Strange and Multiverse of Madness. First of all, the reason I don't think that is, the way I think about the MCU, and a lot of people speculate, and you guys will speculate in the comment section, is Kevin Feige learned from Iron Man 2 and other movies, and Avengers Age of Ultron, that the story comes first. The story that you're telling comes first. The characters comes first, and then the things you're setting up. And I don't know if there's any space, like, unless Doctor Strange 2 is going to end, because if Doctor Strange 2 has all the crap that multiple people keep talking about it's going to have, it's going to end up becoming Iron Man 2. It's going to end up just becoming set up the movie. And Kevin Feige kind of learned that lesson, and he hasn't really done it since. Most movies, like, even if the movie has something else going on, has a core story, this is what we're trying to do, this is the core of this movie, these are the characters or character and where we're going, and the journey, the lesson learned, the arc, this is where we're going, and we'll set tidbits out, you know. And the thing is, the MCU has made it's done such a great job of slow building and rolling things out and kind of getting into it and setting it up, and that it just feels so uncharacteristic that they would just be so full throttle rushing out a Multiverse of Madness movie. And the thing that got me was, it kind of dawned on me that the reason that I'm so concerned about this, and the reason that I feel like I hear about this so much, is because all the people I follow in the nerd community and YouTube channels and whatnot are constantly talking about the multiverse and the Spider-Verse, that it really dawned on me. I'm like, I don't think they're going to do all of that as soon as people think, because the MCU's history has been to slow build. Like, and that's what I go off of. I go off the history. I go off how you've done it so far. And the thing is, the MCU's greatest accomplishment, and I believe even the haters of the MCU have to at least give it this. The MCU's greatest accomplishment is taking these very nerdy and very out there ideas that us comic book people have been looking at, or us comic book people, us people who've watched the cartoons and whatnot, have been seeing for years, and we're used to, and we're just like, that's just how it works. The MCU's greatest accomplishment was being able to take those concepts and make it digestible for a casual audience. To take these heady concepts and these insane things, a giant purple man with an infinity gauntlet, and actually make it digestible for for an ordinary, everyday audience who don't read the comic books to digest and understand. That's the MCU's greatest accomplishment. It's the greatest thing it gave to the comic book genre, because it was like, you can still do those things, but you just have to change it a bit so that other people can understand. You gotta let other people be in on the joke. Let other people be in on the thing. Make it less of inside ball and make it more of, well, if you know, you know, but if you don't have to know. And that's been the greatest thing that the MCU has ever done. So I'm a bit concerned that if they push too hard, too fast, they might reach into that niche territory. They might reach into that losing the audience territory, because you're just doing crazy shit that people just don't get. That, yeah, us as the nerd community, we'll get it. We'll snicker if we see it. But, like, that's it though. Awesome. You get a snicker out of it. You get a, that's kind of clever. Oh, Tom Cruise showed up. Oh, yeah, there's characters in there. Like, if you heard all the rumors about Doctor Strange, there are going to be like 202 characters in that movie. And in reality, that's not going to be what Doctor Strange is. In reality, I really feel firm in saying that Doctor Strange is going to be a story about Doctor Strange and about him wanting to have a specific arc and a specific villain. And it's going to have tidbits and Easter eggs from different things that are in the movie, but none of that stuff is going to be, like, the most important thing to the movie. And I feel like that's the same thing that's going to happen with a lot of these movies. Easter eggs, setup. But the way a lot of nerddom talk right now is like, all of this shit's gonna be in these movies. These movies are gonna be so much crap. It's just like, it's like set up the movie. And that's my one concern when I hear all these rumors, when I hear about the Electro thing, is that maybe the MCU might be pushing this multiverse thing a little too fast, and I would like it if they took their time like they always have. And that's the only thing I want, for them to take their time, set it up, make it digestible for everyone, and not just the nerds, even though the nerds sometimes think they're the only thing that is important, and it's not. Thank you guys for joining the Comic Game Movie Show. Please remember to like, subscribe. And are you concerned that the MCU might be pushing this multiverse thing a little too fast for the modern day, for everybody, the everyday audience? I know you guys get it, but for the everyday audience who don't watch this stuff, this might be too much too fast, and they might want to just slow build it like they have everything else, and it's worked so far. So thank you guys for joining the Comic Movie Show again. Please like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.